Hey loves, welcome back to Sometimes I Love You More. In today's video I'm going to be sharing 2 fall crafts. I know most people have already switched over to Christmas here on YouTube, however I don't like to do that until after Thanksgiving. But this first project is going to be painting these pumpkins that I got from Michael's. They were 80% off, so the larger ones were $20 each originally and I got them for $4, and the smaller ones were on sale for only $2. So I went ahead and painted them grays, blues, and creams to match the other pumpkins I have in my home as well as my decor. And here's how the pumpkins turned out. I love the way they look by my fireplace. The second project is using this felt pumpkin I got from the Dollar Tree. I included it in my haul video. You can watch that later. But what I'm using it for is kind of like a stencil for a wooden farmhouse sign, similar to the script wooden signs that a lot of people have in their homes now. But first I'm going ahead and sanding the plywood as well as the wood that I'll be using for the frame. Just be careful if you attempt this not to sand the ends too much so that the 45-degree angles go down. I'm then applying stain on the wood. I usually go ahead and pile it on and then wipe it off. That's my method. I do not recommend using paper towel, however. I didn't have any rags to use this day, but they get caught up on the wood and they're just not the best. A tip I have for putting away your cans is to put paper towel on the top. This works for stain or paint, just so the excess on the rim doesn't splatter everywhere on you. The next step is going to be applying a white chalk paint as the background all over the plywood here. Don't worry about evening out the middle or having too much coverage there because you're going to be painting over it anyway. Just make sure your edges are covered. And then you're going to let this dry as well as your stained wood. Once your plywood is dry, you can go ahead and use your felt pumpkin as if it were a stencil and just trace around everything. Make sure as you're doing so you keep your hands on the edges so that they don't come up and your lines will be off.
What happened to us? What happened to all the love we always took for granted? Are we stranded? Is it too late? Is it too late to color feelings that have faded? Complicated. I'm waiting for an answer, waiting for a sparkle to come.
Then you're going to want to paint around the outline you trace with whichever color you feel. I was kind of going for an heirloom pumpkin vibe like I've seen on Pinterest. However, those are kind of more greener and I was going more toward gray. But you're just going to go ahead and trace the whole outline and then fill it in. Once you're filling it in, the key is to use several different colors. That's going to create dimension. So when I say several different colors, I mean more so several different shades of the same color. Like I started off with dark gray, then moved to a lighter, and then moved to an even lighter that looked even more cream, which you'll see in the end. But just play around with the color and put your own style on it.
As long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes, it's breaking my heart. It's breaking my heart to see you acting like you don't care, like a nightmare. What happened to us? What happened to all the love
Once your picture is dry and the stain is cured on your wooden frame, go ahead and do a dry fit just to make sure all the corners will line up and it'll fit together. Then you can use whatever you choose. A nail gun is what I ended up using, or you could just use hammer nails, staple gun, or glue. I don't really recommend glue just because it's not going to be the most secure fit unless you're using nails as well. And if you do use a nail gun, make sure you have protective gear on. Also, I just want to note, I know it looks like my hand is right in front of the nail gun right here. My husband made a comment about it, but it wasn't. And the final step is sanding up the background a little bit just to give it a more rustic look. And here's the final picture. It looks awesome. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video and subscribe for more. Until next time, bye y'all.